Tonight on Alaska's News Source, strong winds across South Central have posed a problem in outdoor activities today, but the storm is beginning to break down.
Plus, a mural in Fairbanks City Hall has some excited, but others upset what the new paint is meant to represent. And honoring a symbol of America on this Flag Day, we look at what is done to retire them when they're tattered and worn.
You're watching Alaska's News Source.
Windy conditions this morning in Anchorage prompted the Anchorage Weekend Downtown Market to close early, saying booths and merchandise had been damaged. Let's check in with Bailey Braun at the Weather Center. Tell us what's going on with these gusts.
Yeah, Michaela, well, you can even see that reflected on our weather camera. Lots of that shaking going on, so these winds are still fairly strong. And across South Central today, we've seen even stronger winds than what was felt in Anchorage. Today, Anchorage winds peaked up around 47 miles per hour. Meanwhile, areas like Portage, this was a key area where we were facing the heaviest impacts, saw wind gusts up to 61 miles per hour. Still those strong winds continuing into areas like Palmer, but in terms of that rainfall from the storm is beginning to break down, but strongest rain or heaviest amount of rain was seen in Portage Glacier at just a little over 1.5 inches of that rainfall. And yesterday I mentioned how Anchorage and Kenai and even into the Matsu Valley would kind of sit in that rain shadow, prompting a little bit more of those dry conditions. And that's what you can even see reflected in our rain measurements today. Cordova was another area that did see pretty decent amount of rainfall. Now, as we look ahead into the overnight hours, some of these wet conditions will still linger into Seward and spanning all the way into the Prince William Sound area, all while southeast does continue to get just a little bit more of that rain from the storm system. If you're in southeast, you'll see a little bit of a break through the morning hours in areas like Juneau and Sitka, but then that rain will return into the afternoon, all while South Central will gradually clear up throughout the day. Partly cloudy skies are expected in Anchorage, with some of those mostly cloudy skies extending through the overnight hours into your morning. And for the interior, that's where a lot more of that sun is going to be felt. Mostly sunny to partly cloudy skies across the interior, with overnight lows dropping into the upper 40s. 49 degrees for that low in Anchorage, with other parts of town just a little bit cooler, like towards the airport. But for the interior, similar temperatures for the overnight hours, just a little bit warmer in southeast in the low 50s. All while for your Monday, we'll start to see a little bit more of that sunshine. Again, mostly cloudy throughout the overnight and morning hours in Anchorage, seeing some partly sunny skies into the afternoon. And southeast Juneau down to Ketchikan, that's where you can expect more of that rainfall that you probably felt today as well. And into Fairbanks, temperatures peaking around 67 degrees, but it's going to warm up significantly throughout this week.
Thank you, Bailey. In the interior, changes are being made to the Fairbanks City Hall building as community members gather to paint murals on its facade. Alex Bengal takes us through the process of creating the displays and how people are responding.
Dozens of community members have been working through the week to bring 2 murals to the front panels at Fairbanks City Hall.
I just wanted to do something that was with the community, where people could work together. I love the idea of that, and I think the topic of cultural diversity and the environment is really interesting to me as well.
Part of a worldwide research project, the art aims at highlighting Alaska Native voices and artists.
We're just very excited to see City Hall transformed into an art piece that reflects the Alaska Native history and wisdom. It connects to the nature of Fairbanks and the environment that we have here, which is all part of the research project that we were approached with.
After years of design and input from local Native organizations, the murals are expected to have a long lifespan.
It only enhances the ability, and the desire for tourists and residents to have something that's joyful, that's representative of our community, and adds a little color.
While many welcome the changes, some people are thinking the opposite, saying the building is being defaced.
I am here to complain about the destruction of this building, which is a historic National Register building since 1990. There is a placard outside that tells you that. And I find it an abomination that this is going up on ruining this Art Deco building.
Regardless of views, the makeover for this historic building is here, beginning a new chapter. Alex Bengal, Alaska's News Source.
Today is Flag Day, and in Anchorage, just like all across the nation, groups are gathering to give used American flags a dignified send-off. Charlie Fellows gives us a preview of tonight's flag retirement ceremony.
June 14th is Flag Day in the United States, a chance to commemorate the initial adoption of the stars and stripes we all know and love. But what happens when flags like these outlive their use representing our country? Well, they have to be retired, but that's not as easy a process as you might think.
They've become faded, soiled, tattered, or torn, and should no longer be used to represent our nation. So what we do is we take them down and we fold them into 13 folds into this triangular shape, and then retire with honors in fire.
Stick around for the late edition tonight. Charlie Fellows is at the flag retirement ceremony that is happening right now and is working to show us in greater detail how flags like these get the send-off they deserve.
Thanks for listening. Click subscribe so you can get the latest podcast from Alaska's news source automatically. And stay up to date with breaking news and in-depth reporting available for free 24/7 with the Alaska's news source app.